Well, John, in terms of building on Monday's performance, I don't suppose you could have asked for much more out there.
No, not at all. It was one of those things that was going to be a big test after the game on Monday, with all of the, I think, emotion, excitement, the build up to it and what happened after. So, really, really happy with the fact that we bounced back. I thought that was probably a big question mark, even in the press on Thursday. One of the questions was about, how do you follow that up after the Lord Mayor's show? And I thought we followed it up brilliantly with a really, really controlled performance. It took us a while to get going, but after the goal at half time, I thought we controlled the entire second half and really deserved the win.
Yeah, how crucial was the timing of that goal? Because it was a good performance, but you just weren't able to capitalise on it before that.
Yeah, so I thought we started fine. We dealt with everything, so it wasn't one of those performances where we started on the back foot and we lost second balls and we couldn't deal with their physical threat. We dealt with all of that really well. The only thing that was a slight disappointment for 20 minutes was the fact that we moved the ball a bit too slowly and we allowed Shrewsbury to get set, and I thought we just stepped on the gas after about 25 minutes. We started to move it quickly, started to find Marlon and Joe, and we looked a lot better from that point of view and started to create a bit of pressure. Final third was a little bit sloppy, but you can't come and just dominate games and create hundreds of chances from the off, especially here. I think they've won 4 out of 5. Really good side at home, very, very well organised, and coming off the back of a pretty good run of form, beating Wycombe last week as well. So I thought we just needed to move the ball a bit quicker, and then as soon as we got the goal, it did change the game because Shrewsbury had to press us slightly differently. And the most pleasing thing was that when they did that, we started to find players in positions that really could hurt them, and we managed to obviously get the 3 goals, which was great.
Pleased to have scored one of those long throw-ins and take nothing away from Abu as well. It was a really difficult finish at the back post.
Yeah, again, a set piece. We've scored and opened the game up, which is great. Those set pieces are really important for us. We have to make sure that we acknowledge the fact that we do get a lot of set pieces, and we have to make sure that we've got our heads on them. The lads spend time after training making sure that they get all their jobs, that they go in and then they do a bit of analysis, they listen to Joe, and they're getting a reward. So it's one of those things that's much easier at the moment for me to preach about the importance of set pieces, because they do change games, open up games. They did it on Monday night, they did it again today. I think obviously the Northampton game as well, we scored from set piece early on. So yeah, they definitely change games. We've got to make sure that we keep on with those, and they're one of our many threats.
First half was good, second half even better though. What did you say to the boys at half time?
Obviously the goal meant, from my point of view, they were going to, Shrewsbury were going to slightly change what they did, and I thought that happened. They went a bit more aggressive in terms of the way they were trying to close down, and it was just then saying, if sides sit off, we have to move the ball quickly and make sure we create opportunities. If sides go and press, then it's slightly different, but we have to find players in between lines and then make sure we break the press and go quickly at them after that. And I thought we did it really well. Paddy got into some great spots, Robbo got into some great positions in the second half, and we took advantage of that. And it was the big part of half time was making sure that we controlled the game and didn't give them anything going the other way, because there were a couple of opportunities for Shrewsbury in the first half where we lost second balls, or I don't think we got done on the counter, but that was where they were going to do us, set pieces, those sort of things. So making sure we're really on it with everything we do there, and then we take advantage of everything going the other way, and I thought we did that really well.
Abu looked to have come off injured on Monday, so how much hard work has gone in from him and the medical team to get him in shape for today?
I think that the first thing that we did was obviously assess him straight away, and he was back in on the Tuesday. The medical staff here have been superb since they've come in, and there's been a lot of change, a lot of turnover, as everyone I think at the football club knows, and they've adjusted brilliantly to that. So it was a big part of what we're trying to achieve here, is getting players back on the pitch. And granted, we've had our fair share of injury problems, but for the most part, those long-term injuries, there's nothing you can do about those, but the short-term ones, we want to get players back quick, and I know the medical staff put in a lot of work to make sure they do that, so I'm really pleasing, because Abu's obviously come and affected the game.
What was the thinking behind the unchanged 11 as well?
I think that we had a couple of sort of decisions to make in terms of making sure that lads were fresh and ready to go. The extra day helped. When I say an extra day, we're used to playing Tuesday, Saturdays, so having that Monday night game, the extra day worth of recovery helped. And I just felt the lads are in a slightly different position than earlier in the season, and we played Exeter on a Tuesday night on TV, we beat them, and then we played Cheltenham on the Saturday, and I thought we were a bit flat that day, and that was one of those games where I thought maybe we shouldn't have had. It was an unchanged side from the Tuesday to the Saturday, but I feel the lads are in a bit of a different position now. I think they're a bit fitter. They are definitely working towards being an incredibly professional outfit, and I thought they showed that today. So it felt like people from Monday night deserved their spots, and we just picked teams that we think are going to suit games. So it's one of those we've seen it throughout the season where we've changed the side even after a win. We've changed the back four after clean sheets because I think that's the best thing to do. So we'll continue to do that as we go forward. But it wasn't an easy thing to do. It wasn't an easy selection. We've got players that are out of the squad that probably deserve to start, let alone be on the bench. And it's just a really difficult thing for us to actually decide week in, week out.
What was your message to the boys at the end?
The performance was really what they deserved off the back of the hard work that's been put in, and the fact that they managed to get keep their feet on the ground after Monday evening. So the performance and the result is what they deserved. They've got to keep going. The professionalism they've showed so far in the last 6 months has been excellent. You've got to keep on top of that, especially during the Christmas period, because we've got game after game after game after game. Just to at the same time, a lot of that sort of making sure we do keep our feet on the ground, but also not downplaying the significance of another win on the road against a side that's been in good form, another clean sheet on the road, making sure they do enjoy it for tonight. We've got another game that we want to win on Tuesday, and obviously then go into the Christmas period with a heavy batch of league fixtures. So I'm a bit boring after games because we don't want to get too carried away. We want to take a lot of confidence from it, but unfortunately the lads have got to get back on, do all the recovery, and go again on Monday.
And just a final word for the supporters.
So, I mean, the sort of the same message. They were probably slightly frustrated in the first half as we were, but we didn't. There's absolutely no moans or groans, anything like that. It was absolutely brilliant, and they're just properly loud, travelling in huge numbers. I go on about this every week. It took us ages to get up yesterday. I think I don't know how many hours it took us absolutely ages, and some sort it did again today. Love being able to send them home with 3 points. They love to be able to feel what we felt at the final whistle with the scenes that we've got there. We don't want to get too carried away with anything, but it's really nice to be able to celebrate with them, and a huge part of everything that we're trying to achieve. It makes the home games, we don't take anything for granted, but we know we're going to get home games. Away games now, we're just coming in and just sort of putting on that display of sort of away fans. It's brilliant to see.